Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perennial. It's time for yet another group stage match, this time between the two closest teams on paper in the entire group stage. My name is Dio and I'm going to be commentating this match between Parmesan and the Freak Squad. Parmesan captained by Mejuro McQueen, joined by Daitaku Helios, Ampy, Toybot, Birchman, Spicy, Genderbender, and Cut Paper. Mostly Canadian team with the exception of Toybot. As for the Freak Squad, captained by Schiazzo, joined by Solo Drinking, Polsky1, Shinkiro, Silvari, Hidayo, Shiox, and 3BDO. These are seed 16 and 17 out of qualifiers. Some very, very strong scores on the low approach rate reading maps, in particular for Parmesan, bringing their overall rating out of qualifiers up, as well as a lot of solid performances on mostly the non-speed picks, stuff like the Nomad 1, the Fremod 1, the Hard Rock 2 as well. A couple of other scores on some of the trickier tech maps like that Hard Rock 2 and the Hidden 1, as well as some good scores on the DT2 and DT3, struggling a little bit more on stuff like the Fremod 2 alt pick, the Nomad 2 stamina pick, and the DT1 DT aim pick, as well as especially that CS 6.5 Hard Rock in qualifiers. As for the Freak Squad, doing very, very well as well on the Nomad 4 in qualifiers, that Nomad low approach rate reading pick, with even better scores on some of the aim maps in particular, stuff like Deus Ex Machina and Hard Rock, the Fremod 1 pick, the Nomad 1 pick, all going very well for them, but struggling a little bit more on some of the speed picks as compared to Parmesan, and especially the low AR reading pick. I believe Parmesan number 1 overall on that map, but the Freak Squad number 21 overall on Despair Refrain in qualifiers. So definitely a couple of areas of discrepancy between these teams, but mostly well-rounded, with the exception of that Hard Rock for Parmesan and some of the speedier maps in the pool for the Freak Squad. But stamina still very good for the Freak Squad in comparison to Parmesan. Be an interesting matchup between these teams, with both of them honestly pretty similar, I think, in terms of overall skill level for both rosters. Parmesan going to be taking second ban here between the two teams, with the Freak Squad getting first ban. And that Freak Squad taking second pick. So first pick to Parmesan once we're out of the first ban phase. Once again, bans are staggered in the Perennial, so we'll get one ban from each team at the start of the match, and then another ban from each team after 4 maps have been played. Typically, that's 2 picks for each team, unless somebody runs out of timer somewhere. Gonna be a Hidden 2 ban from the Freak Squad. No surprises there, as once again, Parmesan with a much, much better low approach rate reading score in the Hidden pool specifically. That Nomad reading seems pretty consistently good for both of them, both in the top 10 of placements on that Nomad 4 in qualifiers. And a Hard Rock 1 ban for Parmesan. I think, again, no real big surprises there, as Parmesan had a pretty tough time on the CS 6.5 Hard Rock aim map in qualifiers, whereas Freak Squad doing very, very well on that pick out of qualifiers. And from here, I think it's pretty tough to pick something that is 100% guaranteed to be good for you. Not only were both teams generally pretty solid across the board, but overall the skill sets for both of them generally pretty consistent, outside of stuff like maybe a speed pick would be good for Parmesan here. But they are going to go with that Nomad low approach rate reading map. Of course, if your opponent bans out a low approach rate map versus your team, I think it's safe to say that picking the other low approach rate map in the pool is a good idea. We'll see how true that is here in this matchup in particular, though, as again, the Freak Squad with a actually better low approach rate Nomad score than Parmesan out of qualifiers, despite having a much lower low approach rate hidden reading score out of qualifiers. And now just waiting for everybody to get in the lobby for both teams. Looks like we have some confusion from some members as to which side of the lobby they are supposed to be on right now. Schiazzo, Shinkiro, and Polsky1 all on the side of the Freak Squad. Birchman on the side of Parmesan. I think only Mejiro and Silvari were on the right side of the screen from the beginning. Toybot also joining in for Parmesan. Last member going to be Ampy for them to join Mejiro and Birchman. Shinkiro, Silvari, Schiazzo, and Hidayo in for the Freak Squad on the first pick here. Map originally a custom map for Battle of the Box in late 2023, early 2024, in the round of 16, or round of 32 and round of 16 there. In, I believe it was a hidden pick. Definitely felt a little hard in that tournament. This map with quite a lot of aim control and back and forth overlapping triples. Less straightforward than the Hidden 2 in either qualifiers or group stage, and lots of people already missing. We already see multiple misses coming out from both teams. Parmesan with Mejiro McQueen and Ampy breaking, Schiazzo and Ampy breaking once again. Shinkiro, Hidayo, Silvari all breaking at once. It's a four-way wipe for the Freak Squad. Still early on, so the score lead not massive here, but that is already something huge. And why are we seeing 2 million? That is Score V1. We're on Score V1. And that's going to be an abort. Unlucky start. Unlucky start to a map. So somehow the ref used MP set 2316, which is set to team versus and score v2 and lobby size 16. It set the lobby to team versus, it got the 2, but didn't set it to score v2, which is the second part of the command. I don't know what happened there. I blame Bancho or K's internet, either way. But regardless, getting into it now in Score V2, and I think we have a player abort now, as somebody has just left the lobby on accident. Apparently Toybot is gone. All right, Toybot is back. So yeah, unfortunately the ref used a command. Bancho parsed only one argument of the command instead of all 3 arguments, which it usually does. So I don't know what happened there. All right, looks like everybody is in and ready to go. Surely it all works out this time. All right, now we're actually into the map. Already a lot of breaks here. 3 breaks for the Freak Squad early on. Birchman finding the drop for Parmesan. So better or worse start for the Freak Squad, depending on how you think about it. On the previous run, they had a 4-way wipe almost a quarter of the way into the map, and now it is a 4-way wipe, actually, as everyone has found a drop. So about the same sort of start, but maybe a drop or two fewer for Parmesan. We'll see how long they can actually hold on to these combos, though. Into the back and forth jump section, the overlaps into a lot of other patterning can trip up some players. There goes Schiazzo and Toybot. Beneficial trade for the Freak Squad, still holding on to 3 good recovered combos, but still combo lead for Parmesan with 2 FCs intact on Ampy and Mejiro McQueen. There goes Mejiro, though, and now suddenly it's looking a little bit tenuous in terms of the score lead for Parmesan, but Shinkiro and Schiazzo will trade it, so Silvari and Hadayo versus Birchman and Ampy at the moment. With better combo for Ampy and Hadayo than for Birchman and Silvari. Toybot going to trade out the combo once again, so pretty much dead even in terms of combo for both of these. Maybe a slight lead for the Freak Squad, but that score lead staying put at about 130k right now. All up to these big combos to hold on here. Over halfway through now, 2/3 of the way in, and there goes Birchman. There goes Hadayo. 2 of the big combos down. It's a combo lead once again for Parmesan, but there goes Mejiro McQueen as well, and Ampy's combo not big enough to keep the combo lead on their side, so it is a slight lead for the Freak Squad. Under 100,000 now, the score lead for Parmesan. And how long can they keep the lead on their side? It's now down to under 90k. It will keep going back the way of the Freak Squad. Everything else the same. So there's going to need to be a break for the Freak Squad if Parmesan want to take this first pick. Ampy doing his best right now to keep the score lead on their side. A couple of back drops, a couple of hundreds for each side. But there goes Ampy. That's the last big combo down now for Parmesan. That is massive. Silvari will trade it immediately afterwards, though. It's Shinkiro and Schiazzo with big recovered combos versus Toybot, but there goes Schiazzo, Hadayo, and Shinkiro, just Shinkiro now, with any combo for the Freak Squad. And Toybot, Mejiro McQueen, and Birchman all able to hold, where 2 of 3 big combos for the Freak Squad dropped, and that is going to keep that score lead back on their side. Full team wipe for the Freak Squad now with that drop from Shinkiro, and over a 130,000 score lead now for Parmesan as they finish out strong, able to hold on where their opponents were not at the end of the map. Close map all the way through, but by the end of it, it does still stay good for Parmesan. A successful first pick, just under a 200,000 score lead, and no real standout scores. Everybody just slightly ahead of their opponents on the Freak Squad. So, solid first pick for Parmesan once again. They do convert on that No Mod 4 first pick. See where the Freak Squad want to go. Again, with the Hard Rock 1 banned out, I think you can probably think of picking that Hard Rock 2 at some point here during the first round of picks, whether it's your first or second pick, doesn't really matter. But you also do have the Free Mod 1 up, where Freak Squad were very, very strong in qualifiers. I'm not going to go for either of those. I think the No Mod 1 or maybe DC 1 are an option, but see exactly where they want to head here. I do think Parmesan are generally going to want to pick a little more hidden, a little more alt, a little more kind of interesting picks or non-standard picks, stuff like the hidden one, the Free Mod 2, the No Mod 3. Whereas Freak Squad probably picking more into the mechanics, and it's going to be No Mod 5 instead of any of the aim maps. Still a mechanics pick, but on the speed side instead. 246 BPM bursts and streams, and that's basically it.
In Mexico.
Yeah, not a ton to say about this map. 246 BPM, 6.9 stars, one of the higher star rating picks in the pool. I believe DT2 is the highest star rating in this pool at 7.09 stars, but this is the second highest star rating in the pool at 6.90 stars. 2 minutes 41 seconds with pretty much no breaks throughout the entire map. It's just all those bursts and streams at 246 BPM. A little higher BPM than that DT2, so a little less streamy. No finger control in this pick as well, whereas DT2 does have some of that finger control element. So this one may be a little bit more comfortable for some players because you don't need to deal with that finger control. Obviously, generally speaking, we talked about Freak Squad wanting to pick into more of the mechanics maps in the pool, but Parmesan also with some very good mechanics players. Spicy in particular, very, very good speed player. Genderbender and Birchman, also two good Canadian speed mechanics players, generally speaking. And Ampy going to be the fourth for this map, an all-rounder and somebody who's still generally strong on the speed. As for Freak Squad, Polsky 1, Solo Drinking, Hideo, and Schiazzo in. Polsky 1 pretty infamously was 5-digit until very recently and has since ranked up to 3-digit, mostly off the back of speed farm. So very clearly competent on the skill set and should be able to put up a pretty good score here as we get into the second map of the match and the first pick for the blue team, the Freak Squad.
So I'm here in the ghetto in Mexico.
And everybody doing very well out of the gate on this map. Nobody dropping any combo so far. Just an accuracy difference slightly in favor of the Freak Squad. All high 99 accuracy for them. A couple of people down in the 98s for Parmesan and a low 99 for Genderbender. But every single player in the lobby right now still holding that full combo. So on a knife's edge still in this map as the only determining factor right now is accuracy, and you don't really expect that to be the case the entire way through the map. Surely at some point somebody breaks, and there's Birchman with the first break on the slider stream. Drops a 50 on the slider break there, and that was Bancho. I love Bancho breaks. Anybody else really enjoy Bancho breaks completely messing with the flow of the cast and the match? I love that. As everybody still holding the full combos, we're now halfway through, and it is an 8-way FC in this lobby. So at this point, any single break is extremely impactful. Still an overall accuracy lead for the Freak Squad. Not by a ton, but the lower accuracy for Ampy and for Spicy, giving a bit of that score over to the Freak Squad. Hideo also on the low 98 accuracy right now. And there's a miss for Ampy. That is massive. The Freak Squad still with that 4-way full combo. It's a 3-way FC for Parmesan, still doing very, very well at the moment on this map, but just not quite enough in the face of a 4-way FC. Perfect team score right now for the Freak Squad. And if they can continue to hold here... Oh, and that's a double break now for Parmesan. Genderbender and Ampy both finding that break 3/4 of the way in. And at this point, massive score lead for the Freak Squad. Already accrued over 250,000 on this pick. Looking very, very good going into the ending of this map. A little bit of a slow section here, and then right into the end. And unless they find a 4-way break pretty much right at the start of this section, it's just not going back the way of Parmesan. And instead, it's a 4-way break for Parmesan. Every single player on their team resetting. Not going to be any FCs on their side, whereas the 4-way full combo still going strong for the Freak Squad. That is a 4-way FC on Nomad 5. Perfect team score. It does not get any better than that. Really incredible team score there for the Freak Squad. Again, it does not get better than a 4-way FC. I will be surprised if any team on any run on Nomad 5 gets better than that throughout the entire weekend. That is almost certainly the top score of the weekend right there. A very good team score as well for Parmesan. I mean, they got also 3 million team score on that map. They're just outclassed. Freak Squad at the top of the ladder on that map.
So I'm in the ghetto in Mexico.
And this is, by the way, going to be the first match that is not a sweep in group stages. Every match up to this point has been a 5-0 clean sweep by the higher seeded team. So very happy to see what should on paper be the closest match of the group stage weekend between seeds 16 and 17 not be a sweep and be competitive between the teams. Additionally, this match is in Group H. The other team in Group H has forfeited the tournament, so this is going to be the only match in Group H. The winner of this match goes on to round of 16, and the loser is out of the tournament. So this is one match for all the marbles for both teams here in Group Stage. And we get Hidden One picked for the first time that I've seen it this weekend. Probably not the first time overall this weekend, but the first time that I've seen Hidden One get picked so far. This is the second custom map of the tournament. The first one being Nomad 3, of course, with the original song by Doomsday. This one, not an original song, but a custom map by Selena, focused mostly on snap ult, but with a good amount of flow as well. And, of course, in the hidden pool, with that lower approach rate, AR 9.2, going to be a bit of density for some players. A lot of this map has its difficulty baked into either the higher spacing flowing patterns or the somewhat difficult transitions between a lot of the back and forth spam in this map versus the other patterns directly before or after those back and forths. All right, it looks like all of the players for both teams should be ready to go. Let's see exactly what the fourth player for the Freak Squad is going to be. Getting a couple of players in their places. And should be ready to go now. Ampy, Toybot, Measuro McQueen, and Birchman in for Parmesan, Shinkiro, Schiazzo, Shiox, and 3BDO in for the Freak Squad. Second pick for Parmesan, currently tied up 1-1, and we're starting off the map with some of these kind of trademark back and forth ult patterns here. Couple breaks early on, very start of the map from Measuro and 3BDO. But Measuro finding another couple of breaks here. Again, the transitions out of these back and forth patterns can be a little tricky for some players. Shiox breaking on the flow aim. So tied up with the big combos. There goes Schiazzo, though, an untraded break so far from the side of the Freak Squad. Parmesan up in combo now. Question is, how long can they stay up in combo? Birchman and Shiox trading, but that's fine for the Freak Squad. Parmesan losing one of those full combos. Now it's Ampy and Toybot versus Shinkiro and 3BDO with the reverse choke. Bit better recovery combo for Measuro McQueen over Schiazzo, about 75 combo ahead there. So ever so slight combo lead for Parmesan going into the first Ki time now. Hero is going to find the drop, though, and that's a massive trade for Parmesan. Schiazzo and Shiox also finding drops. It's only Measuro McQueen on the side of Parmesan to actually drop there, so the Freak Squad losing out big time in this first Ki time. It's only 3BDO with any combo left for their side versus the double FC from Ampy and Toybot. Birchman also on a good recovery, and there goes 3BDO as well. So now no combo at all on the side of the Freak Squad, and this pick looking fantastic for Parmesan. and Toybot actually breaking after the first ki time. So now it's just Ampy with that big combo for Parmesan, but again, no big combos on the side of the Freak Squad. It's only Shiox with any kind of sizable recovery here up at 400 combo. Into the second ki time now, Ampy still on the FC, all eyes on the top left corner. As long as that FC exists, there is no path back into this map for the Freak Squad. So as long as Ampy holds, the lead is secured, but there goes Ampy, and there goes that security. Shiox also going to find the break alongside Measure McQueen on the side of Parmesan. So a bit of a favored trade for the Freak Squad here, but Toybot and Birchman still on good recovery. Shinkiro, Skiato, and 3BDO also on the same recovery combo. So it's 3 combos to 2 right now in favor of the Freak Squad, but a massive score lead. That 275,000 buffer in favor of Parmesan doing so much work here. There goes Shinkiro, there goes 3BDO, and these flow aim sections, the Axel, D-cell here near the end of the map can be so tough to deal with. Catching off 2 of those big combos, and this map is over. 330,000 now as the score lead continues to grow with more and more misses coming out of the Freak Squad, and only Skiatso to hold the ending here for their team. Birchman will find the drop for Parmesan as well, so that score lead will go down a little bit here at the end as long as Skiatso can hold, but it's not going to be near enough. Over 300,000 score in favor of Parmesan, and they're going to take their own pick and bring themselves up 2-1 in this match. Very, very good score from Ampy up at 650k, near 600k from Toybot as well. Skiato at 530k and Birchman near 500k. Everybody else down around that 400k mark, 450k or below. 3 players above 500k looking pretty solid on this map here for both teams, but Parmesan out ahead. And do not think I wanted to pick the Ice Cube map here. Not quite yet. Don't think that's come through so far. Waiting on the next pick, though, for the Freak Squad. Wouldn't be too surprised to see a DT map. Maybe not the DT3 in particular, though. We'll see where they want to go. The last map was Nomad 5, so probably a DT2 or a DT1 if I had to guess, if they want to keep going into that. But honestly, I think they should pick the Hard Rock 2. Double bans are allowed here, so if they don't pick the Hard Rock 2, I think that's probably just a next cycle ban for Parmesan. They're going to go DT2 instead, though. So maybe saying, hey, you need to ban the speed map second instead and let us pick that Hard Rock. We'll see how well this works out, though. Just based off the Nomad 5, obviously Parmesan competent on speed. Remember, yeah, the Freak Squad got the 4-way full combo on Nomad 5. It's probably the best team score of the weekend. But Parmesan still got 3 million team score. They still had a very good overall score line on the Nomad 5 as well. So this is not something that's a guaranteed win for the Freak Squad, even though they are definitely still favored on the pick overall. That is some crunchy audio. Let's see if we can fix that. Once again, this is the highest star rating pick in the pool, including tiebreaker. This is 7.09 stars after double time. 225 BPM AR10, DT stamina, and finger control test. Waiting on the roster for Parmesan, the Freak Squad with Skiato, Polski1, Hidayo, and Solo drinking. Very similar roster, or I think the same roster actually as they had on the Nomad 5. Yeah, exactly the same roster as on Nomad 5. Likely to see Spicy and Ampy come back in here for Parmesan. Maybe they sub out Ampy. Did struggle a little bit on the accuracy and missed in the middle, unfortunately, on that Nomad 5. But not just going to be the same 2 players for Parmesan as well. Let's see this DT2. Does everybody load in? Everyone does not load in. DT2 also originally a tournament custom, I believe, from a different tournament, if memory serves. Yes, originally from Sweegie Cup 2023, round of 16. And as I said, finger control and stamina test. You see a lot of the doubles already in this map alongside the triple spam, burst spam, longer stream or short burst spam. Long burst, short stream spam in this map. Right now, it's accuracy giving the lead, but there goes Spicy. Does find the first break, and that's going to give combo advantage and score lead over to the Freak Squad. Question, of course, is how long can they hold on to it? These triple spam sections also definitely tough on the stamina. Spicy goes down once again on the triple spam. But everybody else holding strong with the FCs for now. Better accuracy for the Freak Squad as well. A couple of 96, 97s for Parmesan. Everybody above that 97.5 mark for the Freak Squad. And once again, Spicy dropping for Parmesan, not having the best time on these stamina picks. I think Spicy definitely preferring some of the higher BPM DT burst maps, stuff like the DT1, for example. I think much better for this player. Spicy will go down alongside Solo Drinking, but there goes Birchman as well, and that is just not what you want to see for Parmesan if you're rooting for that roster on this map. The Freak Squad not quite on the 4-way full combo, but still 3 FCs to 2, and a growing 350,000 score lead in their favor because of it. There goes Hidayo, though. Big drop for the Freak Squad, but unfortunately not enough to swing it back the way of Parmesan in terms of the combo lead. It's just 2 FCs to 2, and the recovery combo is still in favor of the Freak Squad with better accuracy and slightly higher combo overall. Spicy just really struggling on this. Ampy and Polsky will both go down as well, so it's just Genderbender and Schiazzo holding onto the FCs for either team right now. One of them can hold and the other breaks. Maybe this goes the other way, but with a 450,000 score lead, I think this map's over. Too much of a deficit for Parmesan to overcome, and a big enough lead that Schiazzo's missed there on the side of the Freak Squad probably just will not matter at all. Genderbender still holding on to the FC, but the better team score for the Freak Squad puts them in the lead once again over that 3 million team score mark. Really solid run through this map for the Freak Squad, and Parmesan, unfortunately, just not quite the team consistency they would have wanted on that map. Spicy really struggling on that one. Everybody else above that 600k mark, and if you exclude the scores from Spicy and Birchman, everyone in the lobby above 700k. Just goes to show how skilled all 4 members of the Freak Squad are on that map, and despite the FC from Genderbender, not enough to overcome that gap. And now we go on to the second round of bans. Let's see what both of these teams want to go with. Freak Squad getting their first ban off here as well. Let's see which map they feel like banning. If I had to guess, of course, the picks so far for Parmesan have been Low AR Nomad and Alt Hidden. So maybe you go with something like the Nomad 3 as a ban. Or if you want to not be cringe and not ban out the original song, maybe that's something like the 3 mod 2. DT2 actually also an option here. Very alt in control focused DT3, excuse me. DT3 as an option for a ban. I do think there's a couple of okay bans here for the Freak Squad just based on the picks so far and the bans. First round of bans, but it is going to be the Nomad 3 banned out, so no Doomsday song this match. As for Parmesan, likely to ban out either the DT1 or the Hard Rock 2, and it is just going to be the instant DT1 ban. I think that makes a lot of sense. Parmesan with the next pick as well. Probably stand away from the Hard Rock 2, just based on the previous Hard Rock ban. So no more speed abuse for the Freak Squad here. We'll see where they end up going later on in the match. As for Parmesan, I think stuff, again, like the DT3, the Free Mod 2, can be pretty solid last picks for them here. And I think I would be surprised to see a lot of other things left in the pool, right? You have No Mod 1, Free Mod 1 still up. Those are both AIM maps. You have the No Mod 2 still up, which is mostly streams. They are just gonna... It's not your turn to pick, bro. It's not your turn to pick. Hinting or what? Yeah, that's real. That is real. Bit of an hint there. Bit of an hint there from Schiazzo. Well, you know they're not picking No Mod 2 now. Can we change our ban to No Mod 2? Not quite. I'm surprised at the No Mod 1 pick, though, honestly. I really was expecting either a DT3 or a Free Mod 2. No Mod 1 is just pure aim. It's just basic aim consistency. There's nothing crazy about this. And again, if you look back at the qualifier results from both teams, 1.8 million team score for the Freak Squad, 1.8 million team score for Parmesan. In fact, about 100,000 score lead on that No Mod 1 in qualifiers for the Freak Squad over Parmesan. So for Parmesan to pick this, I think it is a little odd, but obviously feeling comfortable on the No Mod aim consistency here to be picking No Mod 1. So let's see how good at aim these teams really are. 6.85 stars for this No Mod 1. It's harder than that, though. Before the aim nerfs, this was above 7 stars. And there's really nothing going on besides very comfortable aim consistency at 200 BPM here. So this is a pretty difficult map for the star rating. We'll see just how well these teams can do at it. Genderbender, Daitaku Helios, Toybot, and Birchman in for Parmesan. Schiazzo, Polsky, Silvari, and Thrudio in for the Freak Squad. There's always one client that doesn't load in, and it's actually an abort. It is actually an abort for Team Blue this time. We've had a red team abort and a blue team abort. There we go. Bro, my SS, says Genderbender. Unlucky. All right, looks like everybody should be ready to go. If everybody loads in this time, there we go. Everybody in this time around. Thank you, Laser Client. Early miss for Polsky here. Silvari also finding a slider break at the start. Everybody on Parmesan holding on to the FC. Schiazzo and 3BDO also holding FCs for the Freak Squad. 2 SSs for either side as well. Another break for Silvari here on the section right before the first Ki time. Ooh, and a lot of breaks there. Genderbender, Toybot, and Polsky 1 all finding drops. Silvari finding another miss. It's 2 FCs to 2 now. Daitaku Helios also finding the drop. It's just Birchman now for Parmesan, as Schiazzo and 3BDO still holding on to the FCs. And there goes Schiazzo. Does find the miss there right at the end of the first Ki time. It's Birchman and 3BDO now holding the FCs. Big app drop as well for Schiazzo. So not able to find that full combo, or not able to hold on to a lot of score during that section. Shakes the cursor in some frustration here. Bit of a combo lead overall for Parmesan, just slightly better recovery combos, so the score lead going up, but very slowly in their favor. As Birchman and 3BDO once again holding on to those 2 full combos. Better accuracy for 3BDO on the 1x100 at the moment, but combo is really what matters here, and unfortunately for the Freak Squad, not able to hold on to combo on too many of those members. Schiazzo finding another break. It is matched by Toybot, about 100 combo afterwards, about 75 combo afterwards. But still, it looks to be actually combo lead ever so slightly in the favor of the Freak Squad, just based on the timing of those misses. And another slider break for Toybot, gonna bring that combo lead even further in the favor of the Freak Squad. The accuracy for 3BDO also doing a lot of work here on that full combo, 99.89%. But there goes Polsky, and now the combo back in the favor of Parmesan. It's Birchman and 3BDO. Can they both hold through this section? Yes! Birchman still holding for Parmesan is crucial for this third pick to work for the red team. 3BDO on 1/100 right now on the full combo, but 2 good supporting combos for Parmesan, keeping the combo lead on their side for now. Genderbender and Daitaku Helios doing very well for the team. How long can these high combos hold here near the ending? The score that you can get from FCing versus choking the end is massive. And if one of them breaks, this 100,000 score lead could go back the other way very quickly. Silvari also on a good recovery combo, but those recovered 2 big recovered combos for Genderbender and Daitaku Helios, doing so much work here for Parmesan, and that is going to be the map. Birchman to match the full combo from 3BDO and make sure that those big recoveries mattered from Genderbender and Daitaku Helios. 670k for both of them. Silvari close to that margin, and it's actually a reverse choke from Birchman. I hate life. He is about 5 combo down from an FC. Doesn't matter, though. It's still full combo kind of score at 960k right there. Very, very good team score for Parmesan, despite no FCs. The extra 670k score from Genderbender and Daitaku Helios with those good recoveries, doing a lot of work for them there. And a pretty instant no mod too. If you didn't see this coming, I don't know, you're not paying attention, get your eyes checked. Because they tried to pick this when it wasn't their turn to pick earlier. Is this a 2015 pool? Well, yes, but also no. Is it a pool made by a player who started mostly in 2015? Yes. But it is the year 2024. God, I'm old. Chat says chill your pair pool, but in fact, I was the one who pulled this map, so, I don't know, wrong read. Wrong read. I pulled every map besides 3, in this pool. If you can guess the 3 maps, you got a pat on the back. All right, good luck, have fun. Both teams in and ready to go, and of course, several people not loading in because tournament client. Genderbender, Measure McQueen, Toybot, and Ampy for Parmesan, Shinkiro, Polsky 1, 3BDO, and Hidayo for the Freak Squad. Early miss here at the start for 3BDO, going to be giving a slight score lead over to Parmesan. The ACK drop doing more than the combo drop, though. Chain missing any of these streams can be really bad for your overall score. Hidayo also finding the drop there, and the Freak Squad now looking a bit rough on this map. Shinkiro also dropping. It's still the 4-way full combo for Parmesan here, and suddenly this match that had been neck and neck, back and forth all the way through, is not looking so back and forth anymore on this Nomad 2. Freak Squad really praying for many misses to come through for Parmesan right now, as this Nomad 2 not working out in their favor. It's only Polsky 1 with the FC versus the 4-way still going strong for Parmesan. Genderbender still on the double S right now as well, looking. That is an incredible bug. My mic got unplugged somehow, and the audio on my tournament client is connected to my microphone, and so the tournament client just died. I'll see if I can fix that at the end of it, but yeah, unfortunately, once again, still, I think we are just getting a win here for Parmesan. I'm going to double check the MP link to make sure that that scoreline is correct, but yeah, it's a win by 1.36 million team score for Parmesan. 2 full combos from Measure McQueen and Ampy, Toybot and Genderbender with 1 miss and 2 miss respectively near the end of the map, and nobody on an FC for the Freak Squad. Polsky 1 with the highest score at 700k, still worse than the lowest score, 826k from Genderbender on that map, and that is real unfortunate. 4-2 now for Parmesan in this match. Okay, well, I'm going to see if exiting the tournament client and then reopening the tournament client will fix this. Let's just do it this way. I don't know. And it does look like we get Orca as the next pick for Parmesan going into Free Mod 2 here. The client audio will stop for a second and then come back a second later. Just make sure you're ready for that. Give me just a moment. And usually I have some audio delay if I start the tournament client after the OBS is open. Hopefully that's not the case this time around. We'll see in just a moment here. should be all ready to go for this free mod 2. Kind of tech consistency sort of map for this free mod 2. General sort of 2018 tech vibes with lots of focus on finger control and flowing, a little bit of focus on the slider tech, but primarily other sorts of stuff. I don't think anyone in chat is right about the 3 maps that I did not pick in this pool, so unlucky. All right, on to what could be the last map, last pick here for Parmesan, the Freak Squad. Their group stage is on the line again. This is the only match that is happening in this group because the third team in this group did FF the tournament. Neither of these teams get any other matches this weekend. This is the one match for both teams. And there is going to be a slight audio delay on the hit sounds for this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and reduce hit sound volume to 0 so that it doesn't sound terrible while we are getting the map played. I did not pick DT2. Why is the tournament client paused? I don't understand. Did somebody DC? Please? I'm gonna panic. Hopefully it works. All right, we're already about a quarter of the way into the map here. Early break for Daitaku Helios, but everybody's still comboing for the Freak Squad at the moment. It's the accuracy, I think, that's doing wonders for Parmesan right now. Everybody above that 99, about 96 accuracy for Shinkiro on the Hard Rock full combo. Eventually, that combo will start to overwrite the accuracy, but it may take a little bit for that to start to happen here. Another slider break here for Daitaku Helios on the Hard Rock. How long can everybody on the Freak Squad hold on? Not that long, though. Skiazzo does find the break right afterwards. Toybot will trade it out, so both hidden players down. It's the Hard Rock FC making the difference right now for the Freak Squad, but Shinkiro will also break. Now it's actually an extra hidden for Mejiro McQueen or Toybot on the side of Parmesan. 2 nomads for the Freak Squad. But 1 hidden, 1 Nomad FC for Parmesan, still going strong here. 3BDO and Hidayo still holding the FCs for the Freak Squad. Score lead going back the way of Parmesan for now, but still very tenuous. No big combo lead for either team at the moment. It's the ever so slight AC lead for Parmesan, making some of that difference from the early combo lead that they had. How long can they hold on to this double FC? Because this is your group stage on the line here. This is match point. If you lose here, that is the entire tournament gone for the Freak Squad, as Daitaku Helios and Shinkiro will trade out their combos. That does favor the Freak Squad. Daitaku Helios dropping the accuracy on Hard Rock. And there goes Mejiro McQueen. Big combo dropped for Parmesan. It's just Gender Bender now on the Nomad FC, but 3BDO and Hidayo still holding the Nomad FCs for the Freak Squad. And that double hidden not paying off for Parmesan, as now you have 1 FC to 2, 100,000 score lead in favor of the Freak Squad. Looking like they may be able to pull off the breakpoint they need here to stage the comeback and try to get to tiebreaker. Again, winner of this match is out of groups and into the round of 16. Loser is out of the tournament entirely. Another break for Daitaku Helios and for Mejiro McQueen. And with Gender Bender not even on the full combo, about 100 combo back from that FC on the reverse choke. This double FC for the Freak Squad looking very, very strong. Skiazzo also matching the recovery out of Toybot right now. And Shinkiro on an unmatched 500 combo. So not only an FC lead, but the double recovery lead now as Toybot drops the combo as well. Skiatsu and Shinkiro doing a lot of work here at the end of the map for the Freak Squad, able to supplement those full combos and keep this completely on their side. Very well done from the Freak Squad to be able to hold on to this FC and to hold on to the match. They get their last pick and they get the opportunity to force a tiebreaker. Extremely well done there from the Freak Squad. They managed to get their last pick. Let's see what they want to go with. No more speed maps, no more stream maps left. The only two picks available, DT3 and Free Mod 1. Which one? Actually, Hard Rock 2 is also still up. They are going to go for Hard Rock 2 here. Central Nucleus, the pick. Hard Rock CS 6.5 Tech. All right, let's see exactly how this last pick goes. Once again, Parmesan with match point, the opportunity to close it out here and not have to go to tiebreaker, advance to the round of 16. A match early. And the Freak Squad, or a map early. The Freak Squad with the need to go to tiebreaker. They need to win this map. They need to win tiebreaker in order to get to that round of 16. Deciding match for the group and potentially deciding map for the group. Spicy, Daitaku Helios, Toybot, and Genderbender in for Parmesan. Polsky 1, Shinkiro, Silvari, and Solo Drinking in for the Freak Squad. And it looks like audio is synced again, thankfully. Early break for Genderbender. This flowing finger control section here near the start, a little bit simpler compared to some of the back half. And this map is already nearly over. We did see an early break from Toybot as well. Shinkiro and Silvari will match. It's Solo Drinking and Polsky 1 versus Daitaku Helios and Spicy right now. Spicy will find the drop for Parmesan also halfway through here. So it's just Daitaku Helios holding on. And there goes the entirety of Parmesan. Only Genderbender able to hold through that section versus the double FC. Now one FC for the Freak Squad as Solo Drinking and Silvari drop. It's Polsky 1 to hold the FC, but a 220,000 score lead and climbing already for the Freak Squad. And this is already looking pretty over. 0 combo for Parmesan. Everyone breaking all over the place. Another 4-way wipe. 2 combos down for the Freak Squad, but it doesn't matter. Shinkiro and Silvari will hold on. 500,000 score lead and climbing, and the Freak Squad have done it. We are going to tiebreaker in what was slated on paper to be the closest match of group stage. A match where a single matchup decides the entire group because the third team forfeited the tournament. These teams get one match to play versus each other, and it goes to tiebreaker to decide which of these teams makes it out of group stage and which of their tournament runs ends here. And for tiebreaker, we have Hera, long version by Luz, mapped by Hehe, formerly known as, the artist formerly known as Handsome. 185 BPM, gimmicky high spacing flow aim, a little bit of stamina, a little bit of finger control, a little bit of jump aim. Couldn't have thought of a better way for this match to end than tiebreaker. Both of these teams have looked pretty good on different skill sets in this map. I think if you have to favor a team based on how the match has gone so far, you probably favor Parmesan on this tiebreaker. They were able to win the Hidden 1 alt flow aim. They were able to win the No Mod 2. A little bit of flow aim in that map as well. But stuff like the DT2 finger control, stuff like the Free Mod 2 with the kind of techie flow aim, and the Hard Rock 2 with that techie flow aim going the way of the Freak Squad as well. So I think throughout this match, both teams have shown that they are going to be solid on tiebreaker, regardless of which team actually gets there in the end. So I don't know who you favor on this map, because both teams have looked good on different maps that somewhat correspond to tiebreaker in this match. All right, let's see which team advances into the round of 16. Toybot, Ampy, Genderbender, and Birchman in on the tiebreaker for Parmesan. Hidayo, Schiazzo, 3BDO, and Shinkiro in for the Freak Squad to try to secure that spot in the bracket stage. Couple of Bancho misses here at the start as we get every client loaded in. Toybot with the optional hidden on a flow aim focused map like this is definitely a bold move. Let's see how it pays off for him, Cotton. Early miss for Hidayo, but quite a lot of map left. This is a nearly 3,000 combo map. I think it's 2,800 max combo or somewhere around there. And early miss for Toybot will match 3BDO on the other side for the Freak Squad. Now 2 full combos to 2 as Ampy finds a break there right before the end of that section. Again, so much map left though, so much time for anything to happen. Only a 22,000 score lead here. And that should start to go back the way of the Freak Squad with the extra recovery combo for Hidayo on their side. Hidayo's combo over Ampy is a little higher there. Accuracy, though, looking in the favor of Parmesan right now with Genderbender on the 99, Birchman on high 98. So maybe that 200 combo not mattering all that much for the Freak Squad. Get into the first big section here. These back and forth 5-note bursts are trademark for this map set. And everybody making it through the trademark patterns. How long can they hold on? Copyright strike on Shinkiro, does miss on those big flowing patterns, and now it's 2 full combos to 1 in favor of Parmesan. Schiazzo still holding the FC for the Freak Squad, but the combo overall in favor of Parmesan. Toybot will miss on the hidden as well. Genderbender and Hideo will trade. That's one of the FCs gone for Parmesan now, and it's Birchman and Ampy versus Schiazzo and 3BDO on the big combos. Matching FC, matching supporting combo. Birchman under aims the triple there on one of the slower sections. Schiazzo now the only full combo in the lobby, and the score lead back the way of the Freak Squad. Video on big recovery, Ampy matching. Hideo will find the slider break, but again, all eyes on the top right corner right now. Schiazzo holding that FC for the Freak Squad. There goes Schiazzo and Hideo. It's 3BDO versus Ampy right now with the big combos. Slightly better recovery for Shinkiro as well, but 2 recovered combos for Birchman and Toybot on the side of Parmesan, and the score lead only 28k. There goes Ampy though. Big combo down for Parmesan. 3BDO left alone with the big 1200 combo. That massive recovery on reverse choke. Massive act drop for Shinkiro as well. Almost finds the drop here during the cross-screen jump burst section. 3BDO and Birchman will trade. It's now just Shinkiro with a big combo for the Freak Squad. These combos traded left and right, back and forth. 50k score lead, not even for the Freak Squad right now. It's still anyone's map, as this is pretty much as close as it gets. Ever so slight combo lead in favor of the Freak Squad, but better recovery combos, more recovery combo for Parmesan at the moment. So score lead actually going down in favor of Parmesan because of those extra recovery combos. We're going to get into another one of those trademark sections. Everybody hitting them so far. Nobody missing on the big flowing. Birchman get DMCA'd. 3BDO as well, taken down from the map during those patterns. And Toybot as well finding a break. It's a 3-way drop for Parmesan. Only Ampy is left. Shinkiro on 1200 combo, left alone now with that break from Ampy. 60k score lead and climbing in favor of the Freak Squad, as Shinkiro and Schiazzo still holding here on tiebreaker. It's now 80k in favor of the Freak Squad. This is the biggest the score lead has been all map long. There's a quarter of the map left, and Parmesan need a miracle. They need a big break from Schiazzo and Shinkiro in order to bring this back. It's now 100,000 score in the favor of the Freak Squad. They need some chain misses from the side of the Freak Squad if Parmesan want to win this. And Freak Squad, all they need to do is hold combo. There goes Shinkiro. It's Schiazzo, though, still holding 800 combo, still keeping this lead secure for the team. And with just a sliver of map left, it's somewhat hard to imagine this going back the way of Parmesan. We do still have the most difficult section of the map coming up, though. If Parmesan can hold as a team and we see massive misses from the Freak Squad, this can still go back the way of Parmesan. But there go Genderbender and Toybot. Nobody on the Freak Squad missing. It's Ampy and Birchman to hold, but Hideo and 3BDO are the only big breaks. And that is it. That's the map, that's the match, and that's the tournament for Parmesan. The Freak Squad will advance into the round of 16, make their way into the bracket stage, and stage an ever so slight upset. Seed 17 winning it out in tiebreaker over the 16th seed to make it into the tournament proper. Congratulations to the Freak Squad. And look at that. Huge scores from Schiazzo and Shinkiro in particular. 524k from Schiazzo, the highest score in the lobby. 480k and 443k from 3BDO as well. Actually higher than any of the scores on the side of Parmesan. less than a 100,000 score lead by the end of it, because everyone on Parmesan was above that 400k mark. But unfortunately, just not enough to combat those higher scores from the 3 top scoring members of the Freak Squad. GG, well played to both teams. Really, really solid match. Very close back and forth match across the board as well. And this was a match that was pretty well played from both teams, honestly. Genderbender and Ampy doing a lot of work for Parmesan, playing the vast majority of maps alongside Birchman and Toybot, and top scoring quite a few of those for the team. Skiatso, 3BDO, Hidayo, Shinkiro, Polsky all playing the majority of maps for the Freak Squad as well, with a similar amount of top scores on the maps throughout the match. Very, very well played from both teams, though. It almost looked over when we saw the breakpoint on Nomad 2. Measuro McQueen, Ampy, Toybot, and Genderbender with a massive team score there, 3.6 million on the Nomad 2. But a fantastic comeback from the Freak Squad with the Fremont 2 and Hard Rock 2 picks, able to make it work and force the tiebreaker and win there as well. And with that, the Freak Squad, once again, are out of the group stages. They have won the group, and they will be moving into the round of 16 bracket stage. Congrats to them, and good luck in bracket stage. You're going to need it, because you're facing seed number 1 out of qualifiers in your very first round. So good luck in the bracket stage there. We'll see you next weekend. As for Parmesan, that'll be it for their tournament run, and we will see them potentially next year for the Perennial once again.